we doing?
Ladies and Adonis, working after hours. Ripples on my chest, never got a night's rest. A modern day jack, a jock with an act. Halo leader, touch me, squeeze me, ooze me.
Hope you like my music. As the video, it's got some really good dancers on. Hey CPS! Oh no, CPS has just been blocked. Oh. Oh. If anyone wants to join, just come up. I'm sharing the live with some peoples.
Ladies and Adonis, working after hours. Ripples on my chest, never got a night's rest. A modern day jack.
Oh, I hate this account because I can't see as many of people that I know as my other account. I need to build this account up and get all the people from the old. Don't know who was up in the last one.
Hi, beautiful.
Do you like my song?
Oh my goodness.
This is
Now,
the song
who
that...
do we know that danced?
Or
on
didn't
top of the
dance.
pop?
Or
Well,
didn't dance on top of the pops.
that-
Because
Oh,
that
it's
would have
not
made him
even-
about 14 when he was allegedly dancing to this. But I just thought it was a good song. Oh dear.
Drip for me, babe.
I thought I
drip
recognised
for
that
me.
tune.
I know,
thought
yeah,
you
that was
might have.
actually hilarious, Red. That opening tune was just
I
funny.
thought it was quite good. The last time I went live, what was the song, Phil? It was McFly or something, wasn't it? Oh, it was Liar. Oh, it's a shit song, but it just suited at the time.
The thing is, Red, I've actually really been on top of the pops.
Oh, here we go.
Have you really?
Yeah. This is no word of a lie. I was swaying in the background to Shola Amma. I was in the audience.
Oh.
Like Emma.
Yeah. You man need somebody.
I like Shola Amma. She's
Was
well.
it Shola Amma that was sort of scouted when she was about 14 at the tube station?
I'm not sure. To be
I'm
honest.
pretty sure it was. And her parents said, nope, you're not doing it till you've left school and got your GCSEs.
Someone said sapning Janet.
Sapning wonky. Oh dear.
Oh, Red, you didn't see it then, yeah. Just then she went, Red's going live. Now we all going over like that, and Jess went, yeah, definitely, come on, let's go over. And she went, bye, Stella, you fat.
Oh. And he'll find a way of getting watching from the outside from one of his many accounts. Hey, Stell.
Hi, Stell. Let's get tapping this live, everyone, so we can get the numbers up.
He's just hoping he's the centre of attention.
When someone watches that much, though, it becomes a fan.
Surely.
He's a fan. I think he fancies me.
He stands, yeah.
I think he fancies me. You know what it is when men like ginger? It means they've got erectile dysfunction. Ginger's a cure. We all know this, right? So it is true what I said about him. It is true what I said about him. Absolutely. Erectile dysfunction. I met him on a live where he was actually talking about the male menopause, and that is one of the symptoms. So I do think he's struggling.
It's just an excuse because he can't see his ding dong over his belly.
Well, there's that as well. I'm a little bit jealous of his boobs, so I'm not going to lie. I wish mine were that big.
Well, look at Jonesy getting right in the middle of me and Phil now.
Sorry.
Oh, yes, he looked cock blocking.
Locked.
Hey, Debs.
Stop you flirting somehow.
Debs, somebody said that my lives have been dramatic lately. I can't believe it.
He's
I
talking
always do very calm lives.
Dee, that is very true.
rubbish.
I have put a trigger warning up in case we say anything nasty about anyone. And if you're triggered still, there's mental health support resources in my bio in the link tree.
There's one called Shout.
There's Andy's Man Club in there.
It's the perpetrators. Oh, no, not Shout, sorry, Respect. There's one called Respect, yeah, and it's the perpetrators, just like you, Stella.
I actually think I might have that in there. I have got a whole list of ones for victims and perpetrators of abuse. So, yeah.
I did it last night when I was finishing.
So what's the topic, people?
Stella.
Should just talk about really abusive men on the app. I know one.
I know one too.
I know one too.
That's amazing.
Me free.
Oh, Jonesy, that was absolutely hilarious.
What did you do?
Well, just saying I was going to let the air out on his tyres on his mobility scooter.
Oh dear.
He does OF, you know.
Don't even lie, God.
Listen, he's trying
Yeah, but-
to take my market away. That's what it is.
It's not only fans, it's only fat.
Only that's not my market.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? Mind you, there probably is a market for him. There are probably some strange people out there that'll be like, yeah.
Don't know, but I told him to change his shirt.
I was going to say maybe they just want to see him shower. Just to make sure he's had one this month.
That was
Because I don't think he gets off that chair very often. His cats always need feeding because they're always meowing in the background.
I think he's on the front cover of Cheap Grinder Monthly, July.
Oh, I was talking to Sean about. They was talking about Grindr earlier. He said that he's full of chavs, and he doesn't like chavs. So he needs to get out and meet people.
Is the star of a film though, isn't he? On about front covers. Hang on, let me find.
Oh no, what's she gonna do?
She's rapid as well. When she finds something, hey, she's rapid with it.
I know, yeah. Like looking for days, and fucking Jesse's like, I've got
Evening,
it.
guys.
Ping. Hi,
Evening.
Justice.
I was just going to say, chavs don't like tramps.
Well, he just called. Was it you? He called a tramp, Hayley.
No, we called Jonesy one.
Oh, he called Jonesy one in that other live. He called someone a tramp.
He's the tramp. He doesn't change his clothes. God knows
I
what he
told
would
He's
him.
got me though, Justice. He's got
Word
me
of
because I
advice that you
posted
change
photos
your
of him.
say that again. Sorry.
He's got me. He said, I've got you, Red, because I posted photos of him off of his Facebook, which were public photos.
Got you. He's more than delusional than Angie.
He don't like that photo though, does he? The one he reckoned was off a video call, which clearly wasn't.
Do you know what I find funny?
Why
I was
don't-
going
why
through
don't
his
you-
profile the other day, And have you seen that man-to-man thing where he thinks he's one of those pop
Yeah,
stars
no,
on
we've
top of the
we've
pop?
debunked that. We found the guy. We found the dancer. The dancer's 59. It's definitely not him.
Mate, I've been giggling my pants off to that for about 2 days.
Oh,
I bet you don't even know how to dance.
Let's just put the music on
Yeah,
as our opening music.
as I came live, that's what I was playing. I was literally listen. Hold on.
Come on, Stell, give us a show. On your mobility scooter, off we go.
He so wished he was that man.
Oh, mate, I reckon he's got 2 left arms as well as 2 left feet.
Looks like he's been a lollipop lady.
I'm sitting here like my little head's bopping to this tune, and I'm a rock chick, right? I went Iron Maiden at the weekend, and I'm bopping to Man here. Jesus, I've got to change my.
He'd have been better off telling us he was Susan Boyle. We'd have believed it more then.
Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, I would have believed it.
Me too, I reckon. If you'd have told me you were Susan Boyle, I would have believed you. But telling me you were that, you lied.
Oh my god, what Fact Freak was so funny, right? Matty put a picture on, right, of Stella, and he went flipping, look, Donald Trump, Timu version.
No, you know what? You know when you think about it, you know if Donald Trump and Boris ever got and had a baby, they'd make Stell.
That is true.
Very true.
He's the love child of Boris Johnson and Donald Trump put together. He's the wrong one that they would reincarnate together.
Absolutely.
They'd be proud of that baby, wouldn't they?
Ugh.
That
Yeah,
passport,
Jonesy, that's what he looks
reminds me of someone, and I haven't.
God,
quite
what was
worked
that
out
show
who it
that they
was.
used to do that thing in?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stuck a picture of him on Chat GBT and said, "Could you make him Jabba the Hutt?" That's what it come out with.
Oh my God. Oh, do you know what else you should put him? No, I saw that one. You put the Goonies up. He's the Goonie one.
Yeah.
Oh, sloth.
Guys.
He's Sloth, yeah, from the Goonies.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, after his film debut, which I've got on the screen, he took a smaller role.
He will it.
He looks like a Goonie.
Fat butcher.
Yeah, after he became free, he couldn't get much work, so.
Poor Pat.
I know.
She's got better eyebrows.
That's true.
She could get better blokes as well. She had Frank, didn't she?
And his little spinning bow tie, bless him.
Mm-hmm. My dad had one of them. I found it in his drawer once.
Oh!
I was putting my dad's socks away and I found that. I was like, oh, what are you doing with that?
Jenna, how are you?
So what has everyone been up to today then?
Oh,
I had 2 messages from Stell today. He said he had something to tell me, and because I ignored him, he blocked me again.
Oh, another tantrum.
He acts so bipolar.
I had a meeting with the police.
Oh, I spoke to them the other day as well. And I spoke to the local socials, and I turned around and said, if you get a weirdo call you by this name by any chance trying to report me or whatever else, then they were like, what's he going to report you for? I was like, I don't bloody know. If I knew that, I wouldn't be telling you. But can you tell me when you find out, please?
I'm giving that up.
I think that's way too sexy to be Stell.
That's too sexy for a shirt.
That's rough.
Boobs are too small.
Yeah, she's at least about 3 sizes too small. I think Stell's boobs isn't boobs anymore. It's one big boob.
One big boob.
Sorry.
A uni boob.
Yeah. A cyclops boob.
And we were allowed to say this stuff because Stell, you called me a ginger rat.
But at least we ain't got the cyclops boob. So.
I prefer ginger cunt, to be honest.
Stell just looks like one big nipple.
It kind of made me be sick in my mouth a little bit. I'm not going to lie, Red. Joking.
You know what? Do you know what we should play when we see Stell? Do you remember Mr. Blobby?
Oh my days.
Blobby, Blobby, Blobby!
Blobby.
I used to love Mr. Blobby. I reckon that's as close to cross dressing or dressing up he's ever going to come in his life.
Mm.
So we might as well buy him a Blobby costume.
Look, that's me. He made me famous. Look at what it says.
This is a
Swerve
strange
Mrs.
one.
Janet
Do you know
Turner,
what the funny thing is
aka
about
Angel
that?
Turner or Red 101 on TikTok.
It was Paul's name on it before he read it and realised that the bloke called Paul died, sort of thing. He put Paul's name on it, didn't he?
Yeah. Apparently I'm Mrs. Janet Turner though. I love that.
Well, if you're
love
that
that for
woman,
me.
I wouldn't want to mess with you if you've got an old man that'd do that to you. He's pretty stupid, isn't he?
Yeah, but he did get 17 years in prison.
Well,
got a
what's
few
to say that
years
your next
left.
old man ain't even worse?
I mean, to be fair, this guy, like, he was just having a row with his mate and he happened to stick him with a pokey thing. Not that sort of pokey thing, it was sharp.
No.
So, yeah.
That happens quite a lot, though, doesn't it?
We're doing awareness on this woman.
That woman seems absolutely awful.
Watch out for
She
this
is,
woman
she's,
with red hair that
yeah,
goes
just
around
just
TikTok.
be aware, people. She's an unaliver.
Why would you pick a husband that had a head twice the size of yours?
I ain't being funny, right? I wouldn't pick that husband. He looks,
That'd be a
well,
bit weird when he was in bed.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but she wouldn't live on the same street if that happened.
No, you wouldn't. You'd have been moved out.
that house, right? That house that's cordoned off that it happened at. I literally walked there on live the other day, and it took me all of about, I can't even tell you exactly how long, probably 90 seconds tops. And I was in my pajamas when I walked in. I was wearing pajama shorts, for fuck's sake.
Have you ever even spent a day at the cell, Red?
I can't confirm or deny. Listen, right, I grew up in children's homes, so I was really, really naughty in my teens.
Okay, I'm not talking about your teens. I'm talking about when you're
As an
roughly
adult,
managed to get
never as an
married, yeah.
adult. Never as an adult, no.
Well, there you go then. So
I visited friends in prison, but no, not partners. Not since I was about 20.
so I reckon Stell's more likely to have done things like this.
Yeah, why has a grown man got tiger face paint on?
Dodgy, that innit?
Right. And with the parroty face as well. It's a bit weird.
Did you do any role playing? Like
Do you know
calling
who he
it
reminds
Mr.
me of
T?
when he's in that?
A fairy.
No, you know that Maria that begs on the street? The Sully soldiers.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen her on here, that Sully soldier thing that's always begging from Brighton.
No.
Well, have a look at it later, Sully soldiers. And she used to be homeless in Brighton, still is homeless in Brighton. But there's a
Is that the
tiger
one that
outfit.
Mr. UK TikTok helped?
I think so. I'm not sure. I haven't got a clue if Mr. TikTok did.
Yeah, Debs, but you weren't walking your dog, like just going out to the park.
But if
walking
you
your
looked
dog.
at this Sully soldier woman and you look at him, like they could be brother or sister.
Yeah.
It's weird that Spanner's account that was in my live before, just before you know who popped into my live, is also in this one. I'm just saying. Bit odd.
Hello, Banners. It makes sense. He is a
it makes
tool.
sense, yeah, because he looks like a bag of spanners.
I dropped one.
If it's a tool, then it makes complete sense.
Well, he's
I
going to
bet
get
he goes
himself
for
in a
stuff.
lot of trouble, isn't he? When all this actually does go through, imagine how much trouble he's going to be in.
This is a different account.
They've got the police have got all the YouTube videos now.
I know, I made sure of that as well yesterday.
Oh, did you? That makes two of us then.
I did, I made sure, and I made them chase you lot up as well to make sure that mine connects with yours to help back yours up. So I said there was other women up and down the country that had been affected by it, and I wanted them to chase it and make sure that it connected.
I specifically made sure they had the video where he said that if women moan when they get home, when their man gets home from work and the women moan to get the garden done or to get some shells up, then you can't really, you kind of got to expect to be clocked or whatever it was he said.
Oh, mate, do you know what? Give me Kipsy any day that I turn around. I mean, not at night time. You know what I mean? I'll do that any day. But you know what? No. If you want a man to do something and you have to be a woman that has to end up doing it, what's the point in having a man there in the first place?
True.
No point.
Listen, right, I've got sons and I've told them this weekend they best get my garden sorted. They need to mow the grass.
Good luck with that. It took me about 3 weeks to get my son to do that.
2 of my sons were landscape gardeners, right? They got no excuse, you know.
Well, looking at the background of what Stell lives in, it looks yellow. It looks like it's all tobacco stained out and nasty. So could you imagine what he and his place smells like? Never mind what his gardening, unless he's paying someone to do it, looks like.
I don't want to imagine a bit of sick.
I don't think he even mows his own bush, and because I don't think he's found it in years.
Oh, dearie me.
Let's be real, we ain't done no gardening in a very long time.
Nobody else has done his garden either.
I wouldn't want to go near that garden from the state of that shirt being on. Ugh. He looks like he could do with
Smell the hut, Simon. Oh, Simon, did you see the post? Let me show you the post.
Hey, if anyone's got his address and you want to send him any gifts, send him the bottle of Dettol. Because Brighton's in need of it. I can smell him from my door. Stinks. Whew.
Red, probably make it bigger, darling. Yeah.
That's my post, Simon. That's apparently me, Simon.
I swear to God, though, it's a bit funny, you know.
Who's good at editing pictures? I would have bottle of Dettol with his face on it.
Hashtag please go viral. Hashtag make me viral.
That house is over the back of mine, Simon.
Hashtag please.
Right. Is that the post that he commented on to himself on?
Oh, I don't know.
What?
Did you hear Fact Freak say about how he always comments to himself off his different accounts?
Yeah, savage Stell.
He went, that's
Have
him.
you seen them? Have you seen how he talks to each and every
Simon,
video?
that's the post he put up about me.
What a sad fuck that person is.
This is why I've been kicking off, Simon. Can you see why now?
I can, however.
My daughter saw that.
Yeah, I know. But you're better than that, Red.
No, I'm not, Simon.
Yeah, you are. I've known you long enough.
Yeah, there's a vindictive streak when somebody really pisses. When someone fucks with me and it affects my kids, it's a different story. I'll be the calmest person. Do you know what? If I didn't have a teenage daughter that was worried, right, I would absolutely piss myself. This is all coming from someone who actually has a criminal record. Who's got a criminal record? Who? Tell me.
You need to start walking around.
It's all about Stella.
In the neighbourhood, you know that? So that you walk around like mafia, you know? Seriously, start doing it just to wind it up.
Who has a criminal record, crazy cat lady?
She's on about Stella.
Yeah, but I want to know what it is.
Red, start walking around your neighbourhood like you're mafia, mate. If he's going to make you turn into one, might as well play it. You know what I mean? Sod it. If that was my
Justice, half of my friends, right, that I grew up with, now bear in mind I did grow up in the system, a lot of my friends didn't stick up to the right side of the law. I didn't as a teenager, but I sorted my life out. A lot of them didn't sort their lives out.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been messaging me saying, where does this guy live? They're ready to get on their bikes and go down there.
Red, I'm from the same calibre. I was in care too.
And you know the sort of people we know then.
That's what I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. You might as well rock it, innit? Get a stick with like a bird or a spider or a snake or whatever represents you, or even a lion's head, and make sure he knows that you're gangster with it. You'll whoop his head off with it.
I'm trying so hard to do
He's
the
got his
right thing.
mobility scooter. You get your mafia stick in it.
No, I'm being good. I'm doing the right thing. I'm telling my friends, no, let the Lord deal with this one. To set my kids
Red.
a good
It's
example.
TikTok. It's good content. All you got to do is play mafia and whack your stick on the floor and say, "Look, you scared of me now, bitch."
Oh my God.
Play like the voodoo queen if you
Yeah,
have
but
to with your stick.
that offence. Didn't he fail to tell the police who was driving his little smart car?
Yeah.
He
Can you imagine
withheld.
Stella in a smart car?
Please
They're
do it.
quite big on the inside, to be fair.
Not
Just
that
make a
big.
really good video.
Not that big.
You got your
They've
lovely
got quite a
long
bit
red
of
hair.
room.
It's not a TARDIS though, Jesus.
No, this is true.
It just reminds me of, Bowser in Mario Kart.
The fuck
I
is
said
that noise?
Or Noddy.
Hold on, what the fuck is all that banging outside? I don't know if it's fireworks or something. What's the date today?
It's not bonfire night.
It's not the 4th of
It's
July
the
then. No, because we live
second.
near 2 American air bases, so 4th of July it all goes off.
Does it?
So they celebrate independence from the
Independence Day.
from Britain in Britain.
I was going to say, isn't that treason here?
I can hear a load of banging going off. A load of the F-15s took off earlier, so I don't know where they was going.
They might be doing them, what they call rehearsals.
I do live really, really close to the airbase. Right, stop now. I've opened my window. I've got up. I've gone to my window and it stopped. Hey,
Should
neighbour.
complain it's past 11 o'clock, so that's a noise disturbance.
Oh, you're joking. The aeroplanes
Random
take off again,
question
right?
off the subject.
It smell the heart rummaging around your bins, trying to find dirt to dig up.
Yeah. It's going down my post. Oh no, she owes £20 to Very Catalogue.
Oh, shit. Don't, because he might use your details and set up a benefit claim, scared that we might knock off his saying that he was running around the park.
Oh no.
Well, he can do that because he works for the DWP anyway.
Yeah, he
Never
could probably
worked for
set up
He
a
doesn't.
my
He
name.
doesn't work for the DWP. He's
I know, I
lying.
was just,
Yeah,
I was
we
just
know
taking
he's
He's
a mick.
working it by
right.
claiming it, not working for it.
Just another one of his lies.
That's how he
Red,
works it. He makes up all the lies. That's why he sits in that mobility scooter eating all the donuts all day.
He knows an awful lot about it.
You know what
Because he
I'm
was
like,
talking
Red?
about it to Claire when he going on about ESA. That's what my sister gets is ESA.
Yeah, but you don't need to work in the benefits to know about it.
Nah.
I didn't know you could get
He's got
credit for
Google,
being a
right? I mean,
narcissist
come on.
either.
Yeah.
He's a compulsive liar, Red. I've seen him in multiple lies with you and with other people. He's a compulsive fucking liar.
Of course he is.
Hey,
Why
new
not? I've seen him
observer.
running around the
A
park.
new observer.
He claims to be mixed race. No, it's not even funny. No, because he
Half
goes in
Huttese,
lives.
half human.
He goes in lives and he uses it when he makes like borderline racist comments, and then goes, "I'm allowed to say that because I'm mixed race. You don't know my ethnicity, dude. You're You've got a Scottish accent. You're paler than me, and I'm ginger, and you've got bleach blonde hair. There's nothing mixed about him."
What's he saying
Not-
he's mixed with?
Who's he mixed with? A pig and mixer?
Well, he said different things. He said on one that his mum was Arab.
What? His mum made
His mum was Arab and served in the British Navy
Oh.
in the 70s.
Arab.
Apparently so, that's what he says. Half whoopee cushion.
His mum Pat Butcher. We've already established that. Pat Butcher's not Arab.
Yeah, now don't you think he looks
I
Arab?
told you, Red. He's half Huttese, okay? He's not a full Hutt.
No, when you actually look at Stell, be honest, he has got a lot of a ginger gene in him. There's no Arab
Yeah,
in him at
he's
all.
totally Scottish.
He's
Absolutely
ginge.
Scottish, yeah.
If he grew a beard, that's coming out ginger.
He's halfway to an albino.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
What
One of them guys from Wally.
what do you know about Stella and Scotland?
I know he was born in Glasgow.
So he was.
Well, that's what his passport
think
says. If his
maybe he got
passport
run
ain't
out-
fake.
Do you think maybe he got run out of Scotland?
Well, he does not want any association with Scotland, does he?
Why?
There's got to be a reason for that, isn't
You
it?
know what makes me a bit suspicious? Look how thick that Scots accent is.
Yeah. There is a Scottish community in Gibraltar, right? You know, we all know that. But that Scottish accent and Glasgow on his passport, and he said to me, he tried, because when I found out, because I told him what I found out, or some of it anyway, but I did say about the passport, and he said, what was it? That he wasn't born in Glasgow, that when him and his twin brother were born, and his twin brother unalived and he nearly unalived, they had to fly him to Scotland.
Well, he told me he'd never been to Scotland, so how about that? He did. He actually told me he'd never been to Scotland because originally I said, "Why have you got a Scottish accent?" I said it makes no sense, and he said because his dad was Scottish, but he said he's never been. And I went, "Well, why would you have a Scottish accent? That makes no sense."
Oh, he told us because he went to the Scottish schools in Gibraltar, but then he also told us he didn't speak a word of English when he was 6 years old.
What?
And he's
He's
got a
only
friend
spoke
called Gary
Spanish.
who he went to school with.
Exactly, Debs. You're registered in the town you're born.
Has anybody tried speaking Spanish to him?
No, I don't know Spanish.
No, he can't speak Spanish. I know that.
Well, he reckoned that was his only language till he was 6, and they thought he had learning difficulties, and that's when social services was involved with his family, and then they sent him to a English-speaking Scottish school. And that's where he got his Scottish
The
accent
only
from.
difficulties
What
he
a
has is
lie.
touching his fucking toes, okay? Let's be
What a
real.
lie.
The social services in Gibraltar got involved.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
Make that make sense.
Yeah, make it make sense. Well, but it's him, innit? He don't say anything that's truthful.
Mate. He might as well have an arse attached to his face. He chats pure shit.
Like he's gay, but he's got 3 children that
Red,
he had with women.
Would you say this person is a bigger compulsive liar than he who shall not be named?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's bad.
Stell's a bullshit factory.
That's bad.
Really?
Yes, observer, I don't mind.
Something's got. I don't know. Something's telling me that there's got to be some weird thing gone on in Scotland. I don't know why.
He doesn't want any connection with Scotland. You know, as far as he's concerned, he wasn't born there. He's never lived there.
Do Scottish talk know him?
I don't know.
Does and did you say that his name never used to be Stella Andrews? Is that a made up name?
He was not born Stella Andrews.
Steve Andrews.
No.
He was what?
No. Everyone keeps on saying that Steve name keeps on coming up, but it wasn't Stephen. Not from what. Not if the name that we've found out is the name, then it's not.
Why have I got a feeling that these were
And
child?
police made a point of saying, "Do you know if he was known by another name by any chance?" I said, "I don't know that, but I could tell by their faces they knew that."
Oh, I want to know the other name.
Yeah, I do, and I think he's been run out of Scotland.
I need to know the other name. I need to do research. I need to know it.
Red, Discord me when you get a moment.
Yeah.
He's in my town. I need to know.
Yeah.
My head's going blah, 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 now. Like what?
Well, police have. If you've changed your name, the police have got my maiden name. Do you know what I mean? They know if you've got other names or aliases or all that kind of stuff. If you committed crimes and then you change your name, they know what your aliases are. I don't know, Kirsty. I don't know.
Most are, yeah.
But the passport's a bit iffy when you think, why does it say 1972 if he's supposed to be 57?
Well,
And whenever he mentions his age, he's always saying 56 or 57.
He was clearly lying.
But why would you lie and say you're 56 if you're actually 52 or 53?
Because maybe
How do you know that's a real passport?
Well, that's one. The other thing is maybe they're trying to say they're born at a different year to throw people off of finding them, right?
Yeah.
Especially if they have a shady past.
Yeah, they will alternate their date of birth, definitely.
Yeah, I'd go with that, Simon. Yes.
Fully agree with that.
Yeah.
10 minutes and I've cracked the case. I mean, come on,
I mean,
guys.
he posted the passport that had the date on it, like his date of birth on there. The bit he covered up was the where he was born, because he did not want people to know where he was born.
Yeah, but the thing is, Red, compulsive liars eventually trip up, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've seen this with He Who Shall Not Be Named. We've seen this with many people. And when they get cocky and they get arrogant, they start thinking they can post stuff and show stuff that proves something. They forget they've lied about something else, right? And they
Yeah.
don't think about it. That's what this sounds like to me.
Someone's going to come out the woodwork one day and throw everything out here.
100% on that, Simon. You've got to be. Well, it's virtually impossible. You'd have to be Stephen Hawkins to try and keep track of all your stories.
Yeah, Red knows me very well. She knows I don't suffer fools, and I catch idiots out and liars out all the fucking time.
The thing
But
is, they catch themselves out, especially coming on social media. The
they
people they've
do.
affected will come forward and tell everything on them.
They
Because they're
absolutely
always
do.
dumb. They go in one live and they say one thing, and then they go in another live and you hear them say something completely different. You're like, huh?
Yep.
They said this
But
last time.
it's because it's the me mentality, right? I want to be the center of attention. I want to be the thing everybody's talking about. I want to be the good guy. I want to be the hero, you know. And then they trip up because there's so much spotlight on them. Eventually, someone's going to catch them out.
See, I don't think he even wants to be the good guy. He wants to be the controversial guy. But
No,
he
I
can't
think
do it.
he wants to pretend to be the good guy.
Mm.
He wants to be the knight in shining armor that everybody likes.
I
But
don't
he's
even
so
think he
fucking
wants that,
idiotic.
Simon.
He likes
Because
what Angie does, doesn't he? He likes to cat her.
he wants to be famous, right? If you look at all of his videos, he's got hashtag make me famous, hashtag bloody blah. I mean, it's all about wanting to be big on the app, which is why he was going in all the big creators. When he was friends with me and Claire, he'd be normal like in our group, but then he was going in like at Delusive Angies and Alicia's and all those people, Court Assassin, Fact Freak, and trying to get noticed. And that thing about him being bullied by Alicia for 5 weeks was such a load of shit, because he is that person. If he was being bullied, he would have been like, come into this live, you've got to come in here and stick up for me. He's one of them, right? And he did not do that once with this thing with Alicia. Whatever happened between him and Alicia, and him posting those videos of her deceased mum, and she kicked off at him because of that. Whatever happened before that, I'm telling you now, he started whatever that was. And he did say about this, this text message that she read out or whatever. So what? She read a text message out. She read it out wrong. So what? Like, why has it hit such a nerve?
She
Like,
apologised
he
for
got
it as well.
accused. He got accused of DV against a woman. He made it very, very clear. I have never been with a woman. I'm a gay man. Well, no, your Facebook tells a different story. Still, your Facebook tells a story that you were with a woman and a child. So let's not lie. You can't sit there and lie and say you've never been with a woman if you have. So did it hit a nerve because there was an accusation of DV against him?
He's a clout chaser. That's it, right? Like, ultimately, that's it. He's a clout chaser. Like, they're stupid. Yeah, they're complete fucking idiots. And they will try to drag everybody else down with them, especially when the moment that ship starts to sink.
Well, do you know what,
Anybody they're
Simon?
with.
Do you know what all this argument started over? The fact that, Claire was hosting a live about Tim Coles. Tim Coles was her manager. And when all those accusations were being put out about Tim Coles, she held a live and people were coming in the box and just discussing it. Right, so I was in the box and Alicia had been in that box, I think it was 52 or 54 minutes. I did time it. Literally talking about Tim Coles. And then Stell came in. and he was putting things in the comments, and he was muting Alicia. And when he came, he put something dodgy in the comments, and then somebody said, "Isn't that the one?" Like, basically, isn't that the one about Alicia? And Alicia went, "Yep, that's the one that posted my deceased mother." And he got up in the box, and that was it. He was gunning for her. And Claire said about 4 or 5 times, "Stell, this is not a beef between you and Alicia."
I think I was there when that happened. I think I was
Yeah.
passing through.
Yeah, so then they ended. I dropped out because I thought I'm not even getting involved in this, and then they went at it, and then obviously Devon came up to defend Alicia. To be fair, Devon didn't really say much, and then somebody else came up. I can't even remember who. I think somebody that watches lives, and she was like, "You've said this and you've said that about DV," which he had, and that was it. Then he said because Claire allowed it, that he threw her under the bus and like said, "You tried to get me to lie to the police. You're a substance addict. You're this, you're that, you're the other," and it went off. And then he kicked her because she demodded him. He kicked her out of because they shared that account. She let him share that account. She kicked him out the account, and then he logged into the account and kicked her off the live. So then he threw up his own live, slating her. I got up in the box and said, "Look, take this off the app. Don't do this on the app." Multiple times I did it. I said it. And he just did, no, he took it to the app. And then obviously them two fell out. I did flip-flop a bit because I'm like, I don't know who to believe at the beginning. I don't know who to believe in this situation. But then I saw evidence and yeah. And then like the last straw for me is when he called, because he phoned her ex-partner. He phoned her ex-partner's solicitor, threw her under the bus that way. Bear in mind they hadn't long split up, and the police had removed him for coercive control. So as far as we're concerned, her abusive ex-partner still's ringing him, and he, bear in mind he's never met him, never spoke to him until then, to throw her under the bus, and then more recently phoned social services to make a
I was just
malicious
thinking,
report.
as you're saying that, when Claire actually had this incident at the time and Stell was on the phone to the police officers
Yeah.
agreeing with what she said, is that there still? Because if that is there still, there's proof there that he
Claire's
agreed to
got
it, and only after he
Claire's
fell
got the
out with
body
her.
cam footage. Claire's got the body cam footage. She got it to back herself.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, that's brilliant then, because that's all she needs. And then that debunks everything he's been trying to say, saying that she tried to force him or anything like that, because
Well,
he
me
readily
and
done
Stell
it
had
there.
a row because he put a video up saying this is the conversation that blah blah blah, and the actual message thread he put up didn't make sense because there was like literally minutes between her speaking to him, allegedly asking him to lie to the police, and there was a like literally about 4 minutes or something silly like that, and then him ringing her, and then when they got off the phone, it says underneath that she texts, "The police are here now." So if he'd just spoken to the police to say that, I don't understand. I don't understand. So it can't have been that thread, but he says it was, whatever. But in that, when he clicked on the call, it says I was in there, and I said I was never there when the police were there. I was never on a call when the police were there. So me and Stell ended up arguing over that. But I've got a 1.5 hour phone call that I did record with Stell, where he literally admits the reason he's doing it is because she embarrassed him and disrespected him,
Yeah, I remember
and that's the
hearing.
only reason. I've got it on recording. I've sent that to the
Played it
police as
before, haven't
well.
you? I've heard it.
Oh, I know I haven't played it.
I've
No.
heard something along that, like where he's been on a phone call to someone, really angry. I think it was with you, a phone call that's been played out. I don't know whether he played it.
No, there might have been a live because there was a couple of lives where he lost his shit.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, but I remember hearing something played out where it was.
But yeah, I said on the live, like you've shown yourself to be a friend that no one can trust because, if we give you any information on our lives and you get pissed off and we embarrass you or disrespect you, that you'll go and throw us under the bus with any information you've got. And that's not fair. You know, who don't phone their mate up and bitch about their partner or bitch about another mate that's being a dick? Do you know what I mean?
Hopefully you've learnt a lesson in this is bitch to somebody that is being 100% truthful with who they are to you rather than hiding certain things away from you, because that person is later going to use that to incriminate you simply because you don't know who they are.
Oh, I knew this back in March. Anything I've bitched about since has been just to gain his trust.
I hear that, but he's just the wrong person to go talking to your problems with, because he'll never come out and say, oh, I'm so-and-so, this is who I was before, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He ain't got the balls to do that, so never give your information to someone like that.
He demanded an apology of Alicia for getting it wrong about that whole DV thing, because he was saying, she said I unalived my partner, I didn't unalive him, but he's done the same to other people, and he hasn't apologised. Well, he ain't apologised to Hayley. Not a true heartfelt apology.
He's just said it to me again on the line.
He's been in my life saying the same nasty, vile things.
Exactly. So how can
he just turned around it? He's just turned
demand
around
an
to me and said,
apology?
maybe you should take up a first aid course so you don't unalive another boyfriend, Hayley.
Yeah, and you need to learn the A to Z of where the hospitals are, innit, or something?
Yeah.
2 seconds. Sorry.
It's absolutely evil.
It's disgusting.
It's vile.
I'm so sorry, Hayley.
Yeah, it's all right. Good job it doesn't bother me anymore. Do you know what? I think I'm like totally immune to it. I've had it all day today off Shanice in another live as well. So boring.
Do you know all you can say to that though is at least he went out having the best time of his life.
Oh, that is actually true. He did.
There you go.
He did.
When someone can say that they're
That's the way
they're
I'm
well and
going.
truly F one way, isn't it? At least you went out doing it.
If I don't go out like that, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Me too.
He actually said to me, he said to me one time, like it wasn't that time. I don't think it was that time anyway, but I know he said to me one time that he knew somebody that it happened to, and he said, "What a way to go." That's what he said to me.
We all say that though, don't we?
You know what? I'm not going to lie. It nearly happened to me once with someone that I was with, and it scared the shit out of me. I'm not going to lie. I thought, please don't die in my house. You know what I mean? It was so scary. I'd never seen anything like it. Obviously, he was all right, but
I'm not really bothered
Have a
about.
heart attack, yeah.
I'm not really bothered.
his chest completely went, like tightened up the whole lot.
Oh, so like, did he have a heart attack, or was it an asthma attack, or what?
I don't know what the frick it was, mate, but his chest went and things like that. And the next minute, you know, you're there. And the next minute, he was like on the floor, like dying with his chest. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, no.
Our observer, he came in the live, and because I posted that photo again that I've posted the other day that he reckons, well, that he claimed was off a video call, and I posted it to prove that it was off Facebook, because it's got the Facebook, you know, like you can see when it's a Facebook post. I posted it again just to prove it was off Facebook. I hadn't taken it from a private. I've never been on a video call with Stell. I don't know what he's talking about. And why would he be sitting at that angle if he was on a video call anyway? Somebody else has taken that photo and posted it on Facebook.
That photo's already on his, it was already on his TikTok anyway.
Oh, I don't know if it was that
Someone
one.
took it of him and it was on his TikTok of him like stroking his cat or something. Or
Yeah,
his
it's a
cat
similar
laying
photo.
there.
It's at the same sort of angle, yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what it is. So even I remember seeing that before. So unless he's removed that, but that's not, no. That is of a TikTok.
Yeah, I got it off a Facebook post.
Well, it's in one of
That's
his TikToks
public.
too.
And that's not illegal because he's made those pictures public. And he's tagged in them, so he could untag himself or put them to private. Simple.
Did he say make sure you get my good side before they took that picture?
I think the one in the towel's the good side. I think that's hilarious. There is some videos as well, but I can't repost them because they've got a kid in it, and I would never do that.
No.
Has he got a good side? I don't know. I don't. Well, he definitely ain't got a good side to his personality.
The back of his head.
He's a horrendous person. I dipped out when he was doing them lives on that Katie and Kane, and I understand, that they lost their children and there was DV going on in their situation and that, but that puts her as a vulnerable person, right? And they got them kicked out of their hostel thing weeks after she gave birth, and they
Why?
were living in a tent. So she's living in a tent with an alleged abusive partner, and he was running lives daily, warning people in Ireland, in the town that they were, that they were a danger to children and all this and that. They were a danger to their own children. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they've had their children removed doesn't mean that any person that walks past them is going to be at risk. And if you are worried, then ring social services, ring the police. Don't be running lives. I don't agree with it personally. I don't. If you know she's a victim of DV and they've lost their children because of that, then let their police and social services deal with it. Don't be witch hunting.
That was a good example of how he would bully a vulnerable woman.
And it was bullying. Absolutely was bullying.
Regardless of what she'd done, she was harmless, living in a tent, and he thought it was okay to lead a witch hunt, because that's what he did. He set up a witch hunt and was very proud that he was bullying a young woman.
And he tried to compare it to that live we did on Lukey Pookie.
That's actually really sad. That woman just had a baby.
He posted a video of her with her children, right? And he's got the cheek to say about his child, the cheek, when he posted a video of her with her children, and they were running down the road and she was shouting at them. It weren't like I wouldn't have called it abuse, that abuse what she was doing, but he shouldn't have been posting that video. Like, even if that was public, they're children.
Well, he's supposed to be a father.
And their children that have been taken into care as well, so their children now under a protection
That
order.
poor woman,
You
she
can't
hasn't
post
even
them.
healed or nothing. And you're letting her be kicked out laying in a tent like that. Still, that's
do you know
evil.
what? Her other children were taken into care in this country, so she fled to Ireland when she was pregnant with her.
I think I know a
next
little bit of that
child.
story. She wanted to try and stop that baby getting taken.
Yeah. Right, and the way he was running the live is they abandoned their children in England and fled to Ireland to have this baby, and they won't leave Ireland because of this baby, but they don't give a shit about the kids that are in England. The kids that are in England have been taken from them, and and it's all gone through and all that. The child that was in Ireland there was still a chance. I mean, I don't think she would have gone back, but there was that chance that she was hanging on to. So I understand why she stayed in Ireland, because she's hanging on to that last chance that she might possibly get that child back.
And through that last thread, if she could get that child and keep that child, she could get her others back, maybe.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't think the situation she was in, I don't think she had a chance, to be honest, and rightly so. But she's in a relationship with somebody that was abusive to her and verbally abusive to the children.
This is another thing where the system fails. The women, they don't put them in proper secure housing with support so that they can do it alone. When you think about it, they make these women more isolated and feel like they're very much alone rather than have any support to help them.
I mean, I was still talking to him at that point, and I said to him, because I went in the live and I did have a go about it, and I said, it makes me laugh that you're sitting with people, and he is sitting with people who have had their children removed, but they will claim that they've had their children removed for nothing. But
Not that he's claimed that he's had DV done against him, so how could he do that to someone?
Yeah.
How?
But the people in his boxes have had their children removed wrongly, right? They're completely innocent, yet he's not giving that couple the same energy. So what makes these people innocent and them not? You've got no evidence these people are innocent. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't sit on one side of the fence and then flip to the other. You either trust social services or you don't. And you're sitting with people that don't, and that say
Stell uses it as and when he wants to. He's one of those that will use say that he's against police and say that he's against social and all this, and then when his shit hits the fan, he's going to call them and say, oh, can you help me, so-and-so's doing this, and that's who he is.
And that's what's about
100%
Claire.
justice,
He
100%.
sits there going on about the social, it sits with people, social workers just take children. We know there's abuse in the system. Like anyone that's been in the system knows there's abuse in the system. So then why would you ring? Any beef I've had with Claire, she is not a bad parent. She really, really isn't a bad parent. She's a good mum. And she puts her kids first. And I had this conversation with Stell, and it was like, you don't know that she takes substances. I said, it doesn't matter. There are proper addicts that still have their children. As long as they put that child's needs first, and the child is not neglected in any way. An addict can keep a child. That doesn't mean that they've got to lose their child. As long as that child's neat and their child's clean and they're
Do you
going
know
to
what they
school
look
and they're
for
being
is whether
loved and
you're
being fed.
functioning.
Exactly.
Whether you're functioning or non-functioning. If you're a non-functioning addict, yeah, you'll lose your kids. But if you're functioning, you won't.
And if you've ever heard her on this app, I don't think she's an addict, but like, let's pretend she is, right, for the sake of this argument. If you've heard her on this app, she's a very intelligent woman that
Yeah.
holds a very good conversation, and there are no signs that there is anything like untoward going on or any neglect going
No,
on.
I wouldn't have said anything like that. And to be honest, when you look at some of these people that like are on, that have come off like really hard drugs and really hard substances, sorry, I said that word. TikTok shop, we love you. But like you can see that Claire's not like that.
No.
So how could you compare that? Stell's more likely in that category than what she is. So what he's spatting,
He's just looking for excuses. When he was caught out about going to social services, he was looking for excuses to make it right, to justify what he's done.
Well, I would say the people that want to scream the loudest and say that make the most allegations, sometimes you might want to knock on their door and see what's going on inside theirs for them to be screaming like that in the first place.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, these people will deflect from what's going on in their lives and put it on others. Don't you think he's a nasty character enough to deflect his shit on someone else?
I think a lot of his
True
stuff is
justice is he
deflection.
projects all the time.
That's what I mean. He does. So whatever he is, he projects on somebody else and he makes somebody else. It's like he's been done for something and had all this hatred, and now he's pushing it out there on other people. Like he's got policeman syndrome, the bullied at school syndrome.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, Jessica. Definitely the circular arguments. You ask him a question. You ask him a straight question, like with the thing with Claire. If I say it began his beef began with Claire because he started a beef with Alicia in Claire's live, and Claire told him not to, and then he'll go, no, go back before then, go back before. No, because nothing happened before then. You were friends with Claire up until that day. That day, literally, they were talking that day, and then that happened. She demodded him because he kept on kicking people out the box and muting people. So she'd warned him. She said, I'm going to demod you still if you keep doing this. And he carried on doing it, so she demodded him, and he was so put out by that.
Yeah. I know. I was there when that happened.
Yeah, and the way he's been put out by it, his reaction to it was like, it's more than an overreaction. I mean, if I was, I'm trying to think of
Well, he
people I've
shot
known
her
for
out. Well, we're
years.
both sorry, Red,
Sorry, go on, no, go on.
Well, they were both sharing that live, weren't they? Or he had the account details to that live.
Yeah,
And
because she let him use it when he was bananaed. When he was bananaed, she let him use the third account that she had, because she's got her main, she's got her backup, and that was like a third account they were building up. So she allowed him the login details to that, so he could use it sometimes. And they even changed the name of it to Claire and Skivvy or something.
Yeah.
And he logged into it after she took his mod powers off. He logged into it to kick her out of her own live. That's just like, that's mad to me.
And as soon as he lost control, he threw his toys out.
Literally.
What? He did.
And that is it, and it's about control, because he couldn't. Every live he goes in, he'll ask to be mod. He'll be like, "Oh,
Yep.
can you mod me so I can get rid of this person?" Or "Can you mod me so?" No, no, you're not modding it in every live you go in. People have got rights to choose their own mods.
He wanted to be head boy or prefect at school, and he didn't quite make it. So he turned into giving heads to boys instead.
Oh, that's naughty.
Glory hole.
Have you got anything else to show, Red, tonight?
No, not at the moment. I'm holding a few things close to my heart, just for a while. Just for a while. If he keeps on acting up and not taking that thing down, I'll just keep on adding little bits here and there.
All talking shit. Stella has clean BBS.
I've just made you guys mods just so that you, because I don't always notice people coming in and out. If there's anyone you want rid.
Have you seen that? LER, all talking shit. Stella has a clean BBS.
Yawn. Well, clean DBS just means you ain't been caught doing so. And I've got a clean DBS, but I've got a criminal record. Shut up.
Is that Stell? That's a fake account.
Probs.
I think Stell's an account called Sage.
No, but look at that picture.
Oh,
That's
your
a
mods
stolen
anyway,
picture. That's
people.
off Google or something. Look at the background.
That Sage Butler was in my live and requested, then ran away when I accepted, and then weirdly Stella appeared pretty soon after.
And then there was Spanner's account, and then obviously that LER is obviously him, isn't it?
Still's got a clean
He
Oh,
doesn't
unless it's one of his stupid flying monkeys.
He
Show
tends
your
to,
DBS.
he tends to put things in capitals when he's getting arsey.
Oh yeah, he does. You're right. Yeah, that is definitely Stella. Yeah.
I'm not Still, I'm just collecting information. Do you mean information for Still?
He thinks we listen more if he puts it in big letters. It's like...
Yeah, it doesn't make me read it out
You're
loud.
not collecting information
Not really,
on
no.
Still, you're collecting information for Still. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's probably gems or something like that, isn't it? Actually, no, it
I
can.
was the one that got upset because I called her a crackhead.
No, it can spell. It isn't gems.
And for the record, I called her a crackhead because every time I spoke, like I was explaining something and she was literally going off on a tangent somewhere else. I'm like, I didn't say that. I literally didn't say that. So I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, that's why I called her a crackhead. It wasn't because I was talking about any disability or anything else she's got. And being a crackhead isn't a disability anyway.
I've just read that account is only 23 hours old.
No, you don't know what he's done to me.
Why you come up and share your story then, Sage?
Yeah, I mean, I did invite you into my live, but you ran away.
Oh, did they, Jess? You scam people again, darling.
I know. I have that effect on people.
I told you. That's not how you make friends, Jess.
Don't come in because it's probably Stell's voice or one of Stell's friends' voices.
Yeah. You don't have
Don't
that
come in
effect.
if we'll recognise your voice and it's one of Stell's friends.
It's probably
It's
like,
a slurry one. We know who it is.
yeah.
They're not coming up.
Give you a tenner if it's slurry.
I can't because of police. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Right,
But
do you know what? We don't know that that's not true, to be honest. Yeah.
Well, I spoke to police and I've told them that I'm going to keep talking about it. And
Who's
they were
calling
okay
Jess
with
a
that.
bully in the comments?
No, Tanya, it's okay. Steve's my friend.
Oh, right, okay.
He's taking the piss. It's
Oh,
okay.
I'm glad you said that then, because I was just about to come out on one if it's your back then.
I don't know why you're to have no contact with him because I wasn't told that. I was told that I can, and I was I asked if I was to do lies and I've got him blocked from all my accounts, and his name will come up in conversation. That I can say what I like, basically, as long as I'm not doxing his address or phone numbers or all that kind of stuff. As long as it stays public information is public information I can talk about, including the video that he put of me. I can post that as well. You know all about the V, so do we.
You put a video about you
I know
ready.
about the E, the V, I know about the A, I know about the L, I know about the B. I know, oh no, that was his original name, I can't use that one. Yeah, I've got the alphabet here.
Mm-hmm.
LB.
No, I used to like the nickname that Hayley used to give me.
Right, I'm going to drop, ladies and gents, because I have to get up in the morning for early school run. So
Oh,
Oh,
have a
right.
lovely evening.
Bye, darling.
take care.
Well, thanks for letting me up.
All right, babe. See you later.
See you
Good
later.
night, God bless.
Bye.
Bye bye.
We don't theoretically know that that's not another victim. To be fair, but
Seems all a bit too coincidental. Me. I don't know.
Are you set spider senses up, Jess?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, hay fever.
I'm going to scroll out for 2 seconds because I've got to make a quick call.
Okay,
2 minutes.
you alright, Hayley?
yeah. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's true, Steve. That's true.
Agree. You don't have to actually like say anything about it, you know, Sage. You could just speak. Just say hello.
I just realised something. It came in the box before and then it dropped. It's
Yep.
only got 5 followers. How did that happen?
I'm not sure.
3 followers, 5 following.
Yeah, because you got a 14 to get in the box.
2 seconds.
We've got to have more than that, Tanya. I couldn't get on my
Guys,
back.
I've got to go. I'll come back in a bit maybe, but my son's got chest pains and his arm's gone really numb.
Right.
And he's been having pains in his chest for about 2 days.
Right.
So I'm going to go and call medical attention.
Okay, good luck.
See you